Welcome to the Jamie and Stephen Show. Let's talk movies, music, and magic. And this week, we are taking a very festive look at Beauty and the Beast, the Enchanted Christmas. But first of all, Merry Christmas, Jamie.
Merry Christmas, Stephen.
Hey. I can hear the jingle bells already.
Yeah, the best time of year.
Oh no.
Hey, there'll be loads of singing in this one.
Yes, actually, that song is on my Christmas playlist.
Yes. Oh, I put it on the other day, and ever since I can't get the two songs out of my head. So
let's get on to them.
I've been doing my vocal warm-ups.
Well, you see, when you're as talented singer as I am, you don't need to do this. I just wish everyone would sing in the same key as me.
Oh. Yeah, no, because we thought, well, the way it's worked out, Beauty and the Beast is ended up in December. So it only seemed fitting to pick the Enchanted Christmas as our Christmas special. We did one last year on two shorts.
Because we were around about the period of when those shorts was made.
Yeah.
So this fits as well, because even though it's a few years ahead, we're in the Renaissance. We're in the 90s.
I know. This is our era.
Yeah.
Do you remember when this came out?
I remember getting the video.
Yeah.
I do remember having the video. It'd have been one of those that would have been lumped together at Christmas time.
Oh, see, I don't think my mum, if I remember rightly, she didn't wait. Like, I think she went out on the day it came, it was released.
Yeah.
Bought it, brought it home, and we watched it like straight away, and probably every day up to Christmas.
I've watched this a lot. This is like one of the films I've watched a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a go-to Christmas film for me as well.
Yeah. Right. So yes, Beauty and the Beast, the Enchanted Christmas, released straight to video. I think it was the November 11th, I think it was.
It was definitely November.
Yeah, 1997. You'd be 7.
And I would have been an only child still.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you'd have had the video all to yourself.
And I kept it all to myself.
Good. I would have been 11 and Holly would have been 8. Yeah. This was right up our street.
Yeah.
We were heavily into the Renaissance era, and this was just an icing on the cake to us, because 1997 was a big year, because not only was Hercules out that year, but the Disney store opened in Aberdeen.
Hercules.
And it opened, I'm sure, about September time. And like we had Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Pluto, I think it was. It's like a meet and greet. I mean, it was massive. Like, I remember queuing in the shopping centre for hours. Right, so IMDb synopsis. Astonished to find the Beast has a deep-seated hatred for the Christmas season, Belle endeavours to change his mind on the matter. It's quite a posh synopsis.
It is.
Yeah?
Yes. I have a synopsis.
Oh, okay.
Which is the true synopsis.
Okay.
A woman completely ignores the rules, putting her and her friends' lives in danger of a wild beast. Can an enchanted organ stop her in time?
Oh. That's a bit more of like a thriller type synopsis.
Yeah, it's not as scary as that, is it?
No. It's an hour and 12 minutes.
Needs to be a bit longer.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I love this though. I do love this one.
Oh no, I thought it was the right amount of time. It's got 5.9 stars on IMDb, which is not bad.
Not for a direct-to-video.
No. I checked on Rotten Tomatoes as well, and that had 13%.
I never get the score on Rotten Tomato. Like 100, does that mean it's great or bad?
I think it means, yeah, so it's got a 13%. So it's like rotten is the below 50% and fresh is the above
Okay.
50. So yeah, but everyone calls it Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't think it deserves that then.
No, I thought that was a bit low.
Yeah, I think people need to grow up a bit.
I think it needed to be in the middle
Yeah.
because compared to the other straight to videos that we get from Disney,
Hmm.
this is definitely one of the best.
I mean, yeah, even like some of the films that we get in the early 2000s,
Oh,
like
it's better than that.
this is a better film than
Oh
Home
yeah.
on the Range.
Oh yeah. Like I put this on over half the films that came out between 2000 and 2009.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
um, right. Director
Yeah.
is Andrew Knight. Now I couldn't really find much information
No,
on
I couldn't.
other than he died in 2008.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was in the art department. And when I clicked on his name, even though he's down as the director, like on the main page,
Hmm.
when I then went to find a bit more about him, it said he was on the art department of this film. Maybe because it was a straight to video release. Maybe there wasn't like a proper director.
So that might be a bit in the way that the film is made, because I've got a bit about how kind of it came to pass that we've got this film.
Okay.
So it might be more to do with that.
Okay. Now, the writers I've ended up writing loads of facts about because I was quite shocked. I recognized the guy's face, so I've definitely seen him because he's an actor as well.
Hmm.
So the writers, there's four. So we've got husband and wife, Flip Cobbler, and Candy Maris. I think it's Maris. I can't read my writing. They wrote pretty much the main, like a lot of the straight to video sequels.
Oh, so they're to blame them, are they?
Yeah, so they are responsible for Hunchback 2, which
Okay.
I've not watched.
It's not
Po-
the
oh,
worst,
okay. Pocahontas 2,
it's pointless,
yeah. Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure.
exists.
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so and they spent I mean they've done others. That's just like the main ones. They've done loads together. They spent 5 years on staff at Disney. And yeah, he is an actor as well. And they've also written for Star Trek Deep Space Nine. They were main writers on that. And during their 5 years as Disney staff, they originally wrote an animated movie of Pirates in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
And during the production, they were allowed they were taken on the ride, so that when the ride was closed, the
Hmm.
lights were on, and they were taken backstage on this private tour around the ride to get some inspiration and ideas based on the characters that are there. However, Disney decided, no, do you know what? We're not going to do it this way. I think we're going to go live action. So it got abandoned.
Hmm.
But they did start an animated one. So I'd love to know what their version was and if it's anything similar to what we got.
Yeah.
And if it's their original script or screenplay or story that got taken. But I didn't delve deep into that because I thought that's not what I'm looking at because we're watching Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted
Yeah.
Christmas, not pirates. The other two writers, and I think these were brought in for the comedy based on what they're known for. Now, and these two guys work together. So it's Bob Roth and Bill Motz.
Okay.
And they've worked on the Lego Star Wars series, so quite a few of them. The Big Hero 6 series.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
They did the Penguins of Madagascar series,
Okay.
Phineas and Ferb,
Hey.
and they wrote Monsters versus Aliens, the DreamWorks movie.
Okay.
So based on what when I looked at their writing credits,
Hmm.
it was more comedy.
I will say that this film has some really, really funny lines.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like with like regards of the Axe character,
Yeah,
he's a bit of comedy relief.
yeah,
Life is a bit of a comedy relief.
yeah.
Some of the lines that Cogsworth says.
Uh, don't wine glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that one was really good. And the other one that, so I laughed twice during the film, which is not something I don't normally laugh out loud at
Mm.
like Disney films. But there was one, it was the axe, and it's when they're chopping the tree,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, no, no, it's fine, you know. And then she goes to swing, and he's like, you clearly don't suffer with headaches. So it's like,
Yeah.
and the other one was Lumiere did something to Angelique, and Angelique was like, "Careful, you'll taint the halo."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh, Lumiere."
I know he has gotten around that candlestick.
Yeah, he has.
Clearly. Cast?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So obviously we'll run through half the cast,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we've already been through them. So
yeah.
Belle is still Paige O'Hara.
Hmm.
Beast is Robbie Benson. Lumiere is still Jerry Orbach. Cogsworth is still David Ogden Steers. And Mrs. Potts is still Angela Lansbury. So they all came back to reprise their roles, which I think is amazing considering this was a straight to video release.
I
So
mean,
they must. Sorry, you go.
Oh, I was going to say Angela Lansbury, she does not come back for the third.
No,
She is like, I'm not touching that.
no.
She was
She's
quite right.
obviously thought, I've got a line.
Yeah, yeah.
um, and I think it just shows that they really enjoy. I mean, yeah, they really enjoyed doing their characters, and we know like Paige O'Hara and Robbie Benson, like they continue to this day
Yeah.
to do those characters if needed. Whether it's for a game or even to do a convention or like the Once Upon a Studio.
So Paige O'Hara has been replaced in the mainstream as
Okay.
the voice of Belle because her voice has changed, but she still does, yes, Once Upon a Studio.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
because their voice is deeper.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
For some reason, I don't think she's a smoker, but it's almost that kind of thing where the voice is changed
yeah,
because of the
yeah.
smoking. Um,
I think we said that in the Beauty and the Beast
yeah,
episode. Yeah, it's like how like you can hear singers, and I know she's a singer as well.
yeah,
But like when you hear, like for example, Shania Twain comes to mind straight away. Like how now I know her voice has changed because of an illness as well, but her voice is so much deeper.
yeah,
Another one I've noticed is Christina Aguilera.
yes, yes,
Like her voice is so much deeper now that she's older. I mean, don't get me wrong, she still hit those high notes, but compared to like when she first came out, she was a lot like
she was a girl.
squeaky, like
Yeah,
yeah, a girl,
yeah,
like a squeaky, like
yeah,
sort of voice. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Whereas now she's got like a
She's a woman.
yeah, like a Jessica Rabbit kind of tone.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So
I did
because
write down a few little bits just about those, just in case
oh okay,
it's a thingy. So these are not necessarily about anything life changing. Paige O'Hara, I left as is. With Robbie Benson, I can't remember if we mentioned that he's also a director.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, because
Because didn't he direct a Friends episode? Did we say that?
yes, he directed a Friends episode, and then I found out he directed Ellen. Eight Simple Rules and The Naked Truth as well.
Yeah.
Bits. The Beast's cape in the original one, it is a deep wine red. However, in this one, it's purple, and in all following like images of the Beast, he has a purple cape.
Well, obviously, the red one got ripped by the wolves, Stephen.
Yes, clearly. Even though he has it at the end of the first film.
Uh,
For Lumiere in Enchanted, there is a woman dressed as a candelabra, similar to Lumiere.
mhm.
And in the TV show Once Upon a Time, in one of the episodes, there's an inanimate clock and candelabra next to each other, which really reminisce both Cogsworth and Lumiere.
Chip, obviously, like we've just spoken about how voices change. So obviously the original Chip, he'd obviously grown and
Mhm.
his voice had changed. So he could no longer do that little boy's voice. So Haley Joel Osment does the voice. And we know him from The Boy in the Sixth Sense. He's also the main character in Artificial Intelligence.
Okay.
And he's in Pay It Forward. Now, there's a period where we don't see him for a while, but it's because obviously he grows up. And like a lot of child actors, Hollywood turns their back.
Mhm.
However, thankfully, this is a happy story because I think he went to school and he
Yeah.
comes back and he's now like in so much stuff now. Okay, looks a bit different. Obviously, he's older, but he's still got that baby face,
Mhm.
and he's got like those, like not rosy cheeks, but they've got like a shine to them.
Yeah.
It's weird. He still looks like himself, albeit he's a lot bigger in the sense of he's a man. He's not a
Yeah.
boy.
Age comes to us all, Jamie.
Yeah. And obviously he's now got facial hair and whatnot. But yeah.
I also have him as Micah in the series Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Okay. I've never watched that.
I did. I can't believe it's not on Disney
I
Plus.
know I read that all the time on
Like,
the book page.
yeah. And for anyone who plays the Kingdom Hearts games, he's Sora, the main guy.
Oh, okay.
He was also going back to Disney, Mowgli in the Jungle Book 2, the animated sequel.
Okay.
And he also plays, I mean, I can't remember whereabouts in the film this is, although I can remember it. But he plays Forrest Gump Jr. in
Yes.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I think it was one of his first films because he's
Yes.
tiny and it's at the end. So spoilers if nobody has seen the film, but it's at the end and he's going on the bus, the school bus.
Oh, okay.
And just as he gets on the bus, a feather. You see a feather at the beginning of the film, and then you see a feather.
I mean, the
Like,
film's what, 30 years old. If anyone's worried about spoilers, then
oh, but amazing film. And yeah, he's just like got, I think, two lines. But he's the cutest thing.
sister is in Hannah Montana, but I can't remember what character she plays. But I think it's similar to the whole Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, where one's a celebrity and the other one's hidden. So I don't really watch or didn't really watch Hannah
No,
Montana.
I didn't. But
But
yeah.
yes, sister's got a recurring role in that.
Okay. Oh yeah, his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was in every episode.
Oh, in every episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
and she's in the film as well. Yeah,
yeah.
now I remember. Right. Angelique.
Mm-hmm.
So she is the fairy on top of the tree, or the angel to go on top of the
Angel.
tree. Sorry, yeah,
Yes.
angel to go on top of the
But
tree.
she has a halo, which Lumiere almost taints.
Yes, and she is played by the legendary Bernadette Peters. And I'm sorry, but she's one of those actresses. I feel like you will have heard that voice or seen her in something.
Mhm.
So she's a Broadway star, film star. showgirl, singer, like entertainer. I mean, she's still going now. I don't know how old she is, but she's, a mature woman, we'll say.
Old enough to have appeared in a Disney straight-to-video sequel in the 90s. That's how old she is.
But yes, she plays the evil stepmother in the Cinderella TV movie
Mhm.
featuring Brandy.
Yes.
She is Sophie in Anastasia.
Hmm.
She's also in Smash. Now, I've mentioned Smash before. I can't remember for who, but Smash was just this two-seasonal TV show that was made like 10, 12 years ago. I don't know why it was cancelled. And it was all about putting on a new Broadway show on Broadway. And the cast is unbelievable. One of our most recent roles, she's in Tick Tick Boom, which I've not watched yet, but my sister's told me to watch. And it's about the guy that wrote Rent.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Starring Andrew Garfield.
Hmm.
And she's in something else, but I'll wait until we get to the next character.
Yes, I did
Yes.
thingy that they have something else in common as well.
Okay.
Although they didn't star in the same episodes, they've both appeared in Will and Grace.
Yes.
So she plays Karen's sister in Will and Grace.
Yeah.
She plays Jodie in Ugly Betty. She's also Rita in Animaniacs, and she sings the theme and does
Okay.
stuff like that. Her and Mary Tyler Moore
Mm-hmm.
co-founded a charity called Broadway Barks, which is to basically find homes for rescue dogs.
Okay.
She owns dogs herself, and they've all come from animal shelters.
Oh,
Angelique, although doesn't appear as an ornament in real life,
I know.
you can buy, but does appear as a decoration, an ornament decoration at the Be Our Guest restaurant in Florida at Christmas time.
Oh, well, I'll have to look out for that one, Stephen,
Yes, yes,
when I'm there
pop it
this
in your
time
handbag.
next year.
Pop it in your handbag.
Yeah.
She also appears as an ornament in the A Very Goofy Christmas section of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Yes, she does.
And just the last thing about Angelique is out of the whole cast, only her, Fifi, and Lumiere actually have French accents.
Yeah, I don't know why what happened there.
I think the reason Angelique's got French accent is because she's a designer, she's a decorator. It's Paris, it's
I
that.
know. I'm just meaning, like, why do they not all have French accents?
Oh, I know why Mrs.
I mean, we've got a mixture. We've got even a Cockney in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Yeah. So the next character,
Mhm.
40
Yes.
or Forte. Sorry.
Day.
Not the number 40. Forte. Is voiced by the amazing Tim Curry, Home Alone 2,
Yep.
Rocky Horror.
Yep.
He plays John Cleese's brother in Will and Grace.
Yes. Yes, he does.
I love that episode. He's been in so much. So he's done so much voice work. He's the baddie in Pebble and the Penguin.
Okay.
He's also the baddie in The Legend,
Mm-hmm.
which is a fantasy film with Tom Cruise. I think I mentioned that before.
Might have. Might have.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned all his films before. Why did we mention him before?
He was. I tell you why he was considered for the role of Judge Doom
That's
in
it.
Who
That's
Framed
it.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, Roger Rabbit. That's right.
I've got a few other roles.
Yeah.
Long John Silver in The Muppets Treasure Island.
Oh, yes.
Yes, keep it on brand for Disney.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Oh, yes. He was the original Pennywise.
Yes, he plays Nigel Thornberry in the Nickelodeon TV series The Wild Thornberrys.
Oh, okay. The voice.
Like, yeah, he was the voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the dad. He's also had various roles in and I'm going to clear my throat.
Mhm.
The Aladdin TV show, Gargoyles, Dinosaurs, The Little Mermaid TV show, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Quack Pack, Recess, The Mighty Ducks TV show, Teacher's Pet, Phineas and Ferb, The Proud Family, and The Clone Wars. He's also considered, as we said, for Judge Doom, was considered for Jafar in Aladdin, considered for Scar in The Lion King,
Yeah.
Dr. Claw in Inspector Gadget, and
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to pronounce the name, but the king in Atlantis, who was voiced by Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy, yeah. I
So
know. He's got one of those voices though that is so recognizable,
yeah,
but yet he has played such a variation of characters,
yeah,
like as a voice as well as like face.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, his Frankenfurter. I mean, he's actually gone on record and said about Frankenfurter. He played him as a German to begin with, and he was having a conversation, and there was this old woman, and he was like, "That is who Frankenfurter sounds like, the Queen."
yeah.
So his role in Rocky Horror is based on the Queen.
Wow.
Like,
Amazing.
he was really ill. He had a stroke in 2012, and that kind of retired him a little bit. But he came back to, he's been in a wheelchair since then. He came back to do some of the voices in the anniversary for Rocky Horror.
He's one of those actors that I'm just dreading till the day where we get that news. The last photo I saw of him, oh my god, it just broke me. It was
Mm.
awful. It doesn't even look like him. It's so sad.
He is just right now for our generation, the generation before us, and the generation after us, he's recognizable in just multiple different things.
Yeah. He's
So,
in Clue as well.
yes, yeah.
He's the butler, isn't he?
He also stars with Bernadette Peters,
Yes. So this was
which
the other role that we had down for her. And it's funny because obviously they're both in this together. They've both done an episode of Will and Grace. And yet one of their earliest roles they played almost like a take on Bonnie and Clyde, you know, the way they're out, the way that were the outfits were.
I have a gay confession.
Oh, okay, here we go.
I've never seen it.
Oh, have you not?
No.
Right, for those who have no idea what we're talking about, the original Annie, I think it was made in 1980 or 1979. So he's Mrs. Hannigan's brother who just comes out of jail and he's targeting the next, gig, robbery,
Mhm.
theft, quick buck. And Bernadette Peters plays his new love interest, and they're like in a team. And obviously, Annie's a musical, and they've got a really good song together, the three of them, where they sing and dance around the orphanage, and it's brilliant. And he's so good looking in it. He's got this little slim moustache, and he's very svelte, and he's in this because it's set in the 1910s, 1920s, so stylish, even though they're horrible people. And that was the first thing I think I saw her in. And as I grew up, I started to see her in more. Whereas I knew, I was watching Rocky Horror from when I was walking. Like my mum was very open with films in my house. So I grew up with Tim Curry from when I was, so between Rocky Horror, Annie, and that legend film where he's the baddie. And Clue, if Clue was on the telly. So yeah.
Oh, you see, for me, it was Long John Silver and the Muppets Treasure Island because I'd have been the right age. I'd have been 5 or 6, and
Yeah, I was 10, 11. I think it was around about this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I was. Thing is, I went to go and see it with my mum,
Mm-hmm.
and then my nana wanted to see it, so I was taken with my nana. And then my great grandma wanted to see it, so I was taken with my great grandma. and my nana enjoyed it so much she wanted to go again. So I was
Oh, wow.
nana. So I've watched it quite a few times. Look,
Going to the cinema 4 times, that would be really expensive now.
yeah, I know. I think at the time it was like £2 or whatever it was. But yes, small fortune seeing the Muppets play
Yeah.
pirates. I've got some facts about Forte. His imagery is based on the head in The Wizard of Oz. It's also based on the magic mirror in Snow White and inspired by the face of Claude Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. But Magic Mirror, yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
I
Yeah.
think it's the fact that he's quite high up in it. I think that's the Wizard of Oz aspect that he's,
Yeah.
and the Frollo bit. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think it's the face, the eyes bits.
Okay.
So, forte means loud in Italian,
Oh,
and of course, he is the only CGI character in the film.
yeah.
And the song that he's playing to bring the house down
Yeah.
is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Oh. And the last character I've got written down is Fife,
Okay.
and that's played by Paul Rubens,
Hmm.
who is Pee Wee Herman. That's all
Yeah.
down. Yeah. I didn't really write any facts about him because,
Okay. So for Disney fans,
okay.
he is Locke in Nightmare Before Christmas,
Yeah.
and he performs that for all franchise, like for the whole franchise. So any like shorts they've done and whatnot. He was the voice of Roger Rabbit in the original test footage for Roger Rabbit,
Uh-huh.
and he is RX-24, who is the droid captain, the original droid captain,
Oh,
uh,
Star Wars.
Star Tours,
Yeah.
and he reprised the role for Star Wars Rebels.
Okay. Oh,
He also did all the flute sound effects for this. I'm assuming with a flute or a piccolo, but
yeah,
he
maybe. Yeah.
did them.
Wow.
I also have some facts about the axe.
Okay.
So the axe is played by Jeff Bennett, who did you ever watch the James and the Giant Peach? Um, like that animated.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's Mr. Centipede.
Okay.
Your mind's going to be blown when you think about the voices that he's played. So
Right.
because they're all very different.
Different.
He's Mr. Smee. So he started that in Peter Pan 2, Return to Neverland, and he has continued voicing Mr. Smee. He is
Wow.
Tramp, Trusty, and Jock in Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure. He plays Jasper in 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure.
Oh my God.
He plays Amos in Fox and the Hound 2.
So did they literally just say to him, look, we've got a bunch of these straight to videos coming out. Do you want a gig? Like, we'll get you a role in every one.
He was known as like a character actor.
Okay.
And it's like, go for it. I mean, I've
God,
just
I
written
tell you
down
what,
the,
he made a fortune on Disney.
not only that, but I don't remember the series that well, and I don't remember the film, but the Stitch, the movie,
Yes.
the villain in that, Dr. Hamsterville, the rabbit kind of looking thing.
Yes.
It's him,
Oh, okay.
and he plays that throughout the series as well.
Oh,
So he definitely got his money's worth from all of these sequels.
yeah.
Yes, him and Jodie Benson, basically.
Yeah,
They earned their pennies.
we did. Right. Music?
Yeah, well, before going on that, I might just talk about the background of why this film was made.
Okay.
So basically, it's, as we know, it was straight to video.
Yes.
The first straight to video was Return of Jafar, so Aladdin 2, which came out in 1994 to good success.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1996, in January 96, Disney set up the Walt Disney Animation Canada Studios, and their sole role was to produce direct-to-video films.
Yeah.
200 animators were hired, all Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
They had two facilities in Toronto and Vancouver. And spring 1996, so within a month or two of this all being set up, Enchanted Christmas was commissioned. Further animation for the film was done by Walt Disney Television Animation Australia, who also worked on TV shows, the Aladdin TV show, sorry, Timon and Pumbaa, the TV show, and Return of Jafar, and another company called Wang Film Productions Co. Limited. And they worked on, amongst other things, I ran out of paper, so I could only write a few down. DuckTales, Courage the Cowardly Dog, The Rugrats, the special effects for Tron, The Smurfs, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, that 90s series,
Oh yeah.
Phineas and Ferb, including all of the films and the feature length ones they did, Animaniacs, the Aladdin film, and the Ewoks TV series.
Wow.
They did no end of other stuff as well in
Mm.
the background, but they were kind of known for doing supportive animation for Hanna-Barbera, so Yogi Bear and
Yeah.
the Jetsons and whatnot, and Disney. And then they went on to Nickelodeon. And so basically, our childhood was kind of helped to be made by that company.
Yeah.
Name a cartoon series in the 90s, they worked on it.
Yeah.
So, um, so yes, this is the first Disney animated video, sorry, first Disney direct video animated film to use digital ink and paint. And I think it shows because it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
because
animation,
Return to Jafar is looks awful.
yeah. It just the thing is I think near enough all the sequels look cheap because they are compared to the originals, but
Yeah.
this one doesn't.
No.
The
And you know what?
animation
Another
is
one
similar.
looks from my memory. Another one that doesn't look good, which would have been done by this same company.
Yeah.
Um, Pocahontas 2.
Yeah, there's not a lot of detail with that.
With that, it's almost as if it went through a machine where the colors were dimmed.
So it's funny you should say that. So basically, all of these sequels were digitally remastered in the early 2000s. And one of the kind of things that produced was it faded the colors.
Oh, well, that'll be why. Because I never saw that film when it first came out. I didn't have all of
No, no,
the
we
like
didn't.
straight to videos on video.
No.
Um, so, but no, and like Return of Jafar looks like a pirate copy.
Yeah.
The
All
quality
of these
is so bad.
all of these sequels look like, so you know the Rescue Rangers film where they
Yes.
bootleg copies.
Yes.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Just as a nod for this, actually, Lumiere is the only character from Beauty and the Beast not to have known to be kidnapped by
Oh,
bootleg Pete,
okay.
because he appears at the beginning in the
Yes, at the convention.
convention. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Originally, the storyline was going to be a sequel, not a midquel.
Yeah, I've got that down. Mid-cool.
Midquel. It was going to be that Gaston's brother, Avignon, Avignon, whatever,
I would pronounce it Avalon.
Avenon.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's based on the 1946 French film
of the
La
same.
Belle, La Belle et la Bête.
La Belle et la Bête. Yeah,
There we
the same
go.
name, Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast.
And basically, Gaston is also based on this original character. And the storyline would be that he would use sorcery to change the prince back into the beast and blame Belle.
Mm.
Did I steal one of your facts?
You did, Stephen, yeah.
Hey,
But
well,
it's fine. It's ticked
Christmas
off.
Christmas is about sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Yes. Came
I
out.
know, but when I said at the start, I don't have much facts.
Yeah, that was it. That was your only fact, and I've just came along and double it.
But it's fine because I've still got the music.
Holding on to that one. VHS came out in 97. It was the fourth, what it is, the fourth most successful direct-to-video Disney sequel.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't know what the first and second one are, but it was beaten by, and I'm fuming at this, it was beaten by Aladdin 3.
King of Thieves.
Yes, why on earth that beat this?
I did like King of Thieves.
By about 5 million copies as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet you I know the reason. It's because Robin
Robin
Williams came
Williams
back
is
to play
back.
the genie.
Yeah.
Bet you that'll be the reason.
So I wonder what the other ones that are higher, that's something we'll probably find out over time. But
Mulan 2.
oh, well, I know it's not Fox and the Hound 2, I can tell
No,
you
do you know
that.
what? Mulan 2 is actually good.
Is it better
It
than the first?
quite it's got a quite a deep story to it. Yeah.
I have seen them.
You just blocked it from your memory.
Yeah. I can't even tell you the proper story of Mulan. It's going to be amazing to watch that in a few weeks' time.
Oh wait.
The DVD was released in 1998, Blu-ray in 2011, and it's been on Disney Plus from day one. However, there are differences between the original VHS and the DVD.
Oh,
So I don't know why they changed some of the things, but obviously they re digitalized it to make it widescreen.
okay.
Colors were faded a little bit. The end credits, these are the bits that I don't get, but the end credits in the original VHS version are white. However, in the re-release, they were colored golden yellow to match the original.
Yeah.
I don't get why you'd go to that much effort, but there we are. And at the end of the flashback sequence, before we go back to like Mrs. Potts telling the story,
Hmm.
at the top of the tree is an angel, and it's like a golden version of Angelique. It wasn't in the original one, it was just an angel.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why they reanimated that.
A bit of a waste of money. Like nobody would have noticed
Yeah.
those things.
And also, Angelique is not an ornament, she's a human.
Yeah, that's being transformed into a
Yeah, so
normal.
why would you have to, like, it's where's the actual teapot instead of
Yeah,
parts? It's that kind of thing. And it's like,
yeah,
but then it wouldn't look like Angelique because,
yeah. I know what
yeah,
you mean.
I have an issue there. So yeah, that was like the VHS and things. Upon release, it won two WAC awards. Best sequel, direct to video sequel, sorry, and best director. And it's the first Disney Princess Christmas film.
Hmm.
As to what the second one is, I don't know.
I was gonna say I can't think of another princess Christmas
No.
film.
Um,
Oh, unless they count Olaf's Christmas,
maybe,
maybe.
maybe. But it's the first ever Disney direct to video animated film to released on DVD, and the first ever Disney animated film to be released on DVD. The first Beauty and the Beast, it'd be Lion King, it beat them all in 1998.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what I have about the videos.
Okay. I mean, normally you do them at the end.
Yeah, but I thought I'd let you have your bit with the songs.
Okay.
I thought I'd just chip in. You get the songs, and then.
So ready for the music.
Mm-hmm.
The songs, I mean, there's a couple of Christmas carols in there, but I'm not
Yeah,
including
no,
them,
no.
right? So there's four. So we've got stories,
Mm-hmm.
stories and stories.
I didn't know until today, rewatching this film, that I knew the majority of the words to that song.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I love like the sequence to that one.
Yeah, it's definitely animated very stylistically, and it
Yeah,
works.
for straight to video,
Yeah,
it's impressive.
yeah. It the story actually tells the book actually tells the story of the original Beauty and the Beast story.
Okay. As long as there's Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't fall in love
Mm-hmm.
and a cut above the rest.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the four. I mean, stories and as long as there's Christmas.
Did you not get facts?
Yeah, I've got facts about the music people.
Oh, I thought you meant facts about the song.
Why have you got a fact about the song?
I have.
Okay, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I'll let you have your time to shine.
I've not done my singing yet.
Yeah, I do
As long
apologize.
as it's Christmas, there will be Christmas food.
I mean, does the Cardinals sing by, and I've mentioned this before, where it rhymes snow with snow? No.
Oh, you know the bit where she sings, "And we'll stay up until July." I'm like, yes, I would have my tree up till
Yeah,
July.
that's another bit that's been re-edited between the
Oh,
video and the DVD.
why? What did it say before?
No, it wasn't that. It said so the camera angle
Oh,
uh,
oh,
originally was at like a film noir slant, so it kind of went up with her, so you were looking up.
mm,
And in the version that's on Disney Plus and on DVD and whatnot, it's just a straightforward, this is in front of you shot.
okay.
Why would you do that? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a straight to video release.
Yeah, it's like no, that we shouldn't be having that. There should be no
It
editing.
ain't gonna win an Oscar for
No,
changing that camera angle.
no. It's like
It must have really irritated the person that edited it or something. Who knows?
maybe, but there was other edits in it as well that just
Uh,
don't make sense.
who knows?
So
Do you know what bit I always laugh at? Is when they're singing that song, and obviously, like I said, you know, Cogsworth is, and it will be Christmas food.
yeah.
And then Mrs. Potts with her and cranberry sauce. And something about parsnips, but it's that Cockney accent.
Yeah.
And I swear she's gotten louder as well.
Yeah. This is Angela Lansbury being like, do you know what? I've signed up for this. You're gonna know that I'm here.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
It's clearly like obviously doesn't have as much in this film compared to the first as well. So it was like, I'm gonna make the most of every line.
yes, I sing 3 lines in this film,
And they're gonna hear it.
and they are gonna know.
Yeah, right. So the songs.
Mhm.
So which I think is amazing. Because I mean the songs are good, like stories and as long as there's Christmas are fab.
Yeah, they're proper Disney
Um
songs as well.
and even like Don't Fall in Love, like again, that sequence,
Mhm.
you know, with Beast and Forte, that's good.
With the Cupids and
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. And obviously Tim Curry, yeah.
Yeah.
So the music is written by Rachel Portman
Hmm.
and the lyrics are written by Don Black. They're both British.
Okay.
She has written, I couldn't believe her films.
Written,
Yeah, has wrote, or is that correct?
written or wrote, that's fine. Yeah,
Written or
I
wrote.
said resume.
So she wrote the music for Chocolat.
I have got no idea what you're
Oh,
on about. Is it a
okay.
Christmas film?
No.
Do you know what? We have not mentioned any other Christmas films apart from Home Alone 2 in this entire podcast, this entire Christmas special.
Oh, Shari. Well, anyway, so she did the music for that and Bagger Vance, which is it was a like a legend because it's called The Legend of Bagger Vance. So it was a legendary tale about a golfer, and it's Matt Damon and Will Smith.
No, never heard of it.
Okay, so she did the music for that. She did the music for Emma, so it's the Jane Austen's book, and
Yeah,
it's the film adaptation with Gwyneth Paltrow.
yeah, I've never seen it.
She she won the Oscar
Oh,
for that, and she was the first female composer to win the Oscar, and it was for Emma.
Oh,
So Disney had an Oscar winner doing the music because Emma came out just before this.
well,
So she was already an Oscar winner by the time this film came out because after Emma, Gwyneth does Shakespeare in Love. And yeah,
I've not seen that
so,
either.
oh gosh, shocker. Now, Don Black, now this guy, wow. So he's written the music for several Bond films, including Thunderball and The World Is Not Enough. He also did the music for the original True Grit movie, which is a cowboy movie. And
All I've ever heard of is Thunderball, and that goes for both of them. And I've not
and,
seen that.
and Pink Panther Strikes Again.
Okay.
So yeah, amazing talent there. And I can't believe that they got these two to
Mm,
do a straight to video.
I know.
And the fact that the music's good as
Yeah.
well, which is probably why it's one of the best.
I think it's a mixture of the characters, the animation, and the songs, and the story. There's nothing wrong with that story.
No, I mean, it connects really well
Yeah,
within the original story,
yeah. It
which
doesn't
is
feel
very
forced.
clever.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't write her name down, but the person who scored the music, what was her name? Rachel?
Rachel Portman.
Rachel Portman. Okay, so this is the first animated film by Disney to have a score by a female.
Okay.
So this includes all of the like animated classics, and obviously this is the second direct-to-video sequel, but it's
Mm-hmm.
the first Disney animated film. The next animated film to be scored by a female is Encanto.
Wow.
Now that pisses me off, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like there should have been more in between. We're talking about 20, 25 years. If it had been something like around, say, 2010, you'd be a bit like, do you know what?
Yeah.
It's still a long time, but
But 2021.
yeah,
Mm,
no.
yeah.
So A Cut Above the Rest is only available on the Enchanted Christmas album soundtrack. It has never been featured on any compilations or anything.
Okay.
As long as there's Christmas, actually plays on the Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Play Parade, uh,
What at Christmas time?
called Dream Lights, and it's the Christmas overlay.
Oh my God. Why do we not have that?
Oh, don't. It's also played in the past on Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade and Disney's Christmas Stories at the park.
Oh,
At the end of the film, going over the credits, is Peebo Bryson and
yes.
Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
Roberta Flack, we would know as the original Killing Me Softly with his
Uh,
song, and the first time that I saw your face.
yeah.
Peebo Bryson, not only will we know him as doing the end credits for A Whole New World, but we will also know him as doing a duet with the lady, the
Yeah.
legend, Miss Celine Dion,
Celine.
at the end of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Oh, I
Like,
loved Peeble Bryson. Um,
I'm really glad that they got him to do that
yeah, me
for
too.
this. And yeah, I just think that's a brilliant Easter egg.
Yeah. I mean, I was so disappointed that with the live action remake of the original Beauty and the Beast that him and Celine didn't redo the song
Yeah,
or at least perform it or like do something. But
yeah. Don't know
yeah,
whether that was more to do with Celine because obviously she's not been well.
no, true. Yeah, true.
So
No, because she did that other song, the
did Ashes for Deadpool.
Deadpool. No, she does the song for because it's played in Illuminations.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, do. Yeah. How does a moment last
Yeah, no, we don't
forever?
want that. We don't want that song. We want it to come back.
So yeah, no, she did come back and do a song, but yeah, I don't know why people didn't.
Yeah.
If anybody knows,
I mean, it probably they just wanted someone more up to date with John Legend and Ariana Grande.
I know, but their versions nowhere near as
Yeah, no, 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 no.
nowhere near.
And the album was advertised before the Enchanted Christmas on the VHS in America.
Okay.
So they were making sure that that Christmas you went out and you bought the
Yeah,
album. And
and the video.
I don't have a lot more facts apart from the axe. His original name was going to be Mr. Fuhrer, which translates into fireworker.
Okay.
Thought that was neat. But the name was cut for time.
Oh, okay.
He's clearly meant to be a stereotypical Jewish person. So
Yeah.
maybe if they'd included the names, maybe it would have been, maybe there'd be some backlash now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that they would have been at the time. And yeah,
Speaking of flashback,
yeah,
you know the scene where we see the flashback of why he doesn't like Christmas,
yeah,
because that's when the enchantress appeared,
yes.
and all that. That was suggested by Howard Ashman as an original idea for the first film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which was obviously denied.
Yes.
But they obviously kept it in mind. So it's nice that something he had an
Yeah,
idea for in the first is it was put into this one to honor him. Um,
yeah,
and the flashback's good. I'm glad they didn't put it in the first one
yeah,
because then we wouldn't have gotten this film.
yeah. And what I like, there's some certain bits within this film that link up like really clever. So the fact that it's Forte that puts him in a bit of a mood,
Mm-hmm.
and that is when he answers the door to the old crone,
Yeah.
and it's like his fault.
Mm-hmm.
And then one thing that I did read is that with Forte, if he had stopped the Beast and Belle getting together when the rose wilted, the impression is that the Beast would have turned into a actual beast, and
Uh-huh.
the all the servants and everything would, Mrs. Potts would be just a teapot.
Yeah.
And it's revisited in the live action. But basically, if they'd not got together, then he would have just been an organ. So he would have died.
Yeah.
But because he dies as an organ, it means that he gets his wish. He never changes back to a human.
Yeah.
I did notice one little blip,
Uh-huh.
and it's where Forte introduces himself to Belle and Chip.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what words the mouth is actually saying, but it is not, my name is Maestro Forte, because it looks like, when you watch a subtitled program that's been dubbed from a different
Yes.
country, and, they might have 10 different words for like, they have to do a whole sentence, but in English it just becomes okay or yes or
Yes.
that is what it looked like. That's what it looks like, and it goes on for quite a bit.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to look
So,
out for that the next time. I
yeah,
bet, well, that might have been a bit that was done in Australia.
I think it was part of a re-edit.
Okay. So
So
maybe he said something else and then they changed it. Yeah.
yeah, and because there are bits around that time that have been cut
Mm-hmm.
and put together and like
Mm-hmm.
lengthened and stuff. So yeah, pointless re-edits. But
Yeah.
I noticed that, and then when I was looking up my facts, saw it like written down, and I was like, I'm not the one to notice.
So, what were your thoughts on the film?
So do you know what? It's for me, it's a Christmas film.
Mm-hmm.
It's Beauty and the Beast. It's good animation.
Uh-huh.
It is good
Yeah.
animation, and the story is good. The songs are really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad they did it, and I don't think they could have done a Christmas film with anything else. At that time, anyway, I know we've got Frozen now, but I don't think they could have done anything else.
No, I mean I remember when Return of Jafar came out, right? And I remember how disappointed I was.
Mm,
Because even when I was little, I was mesmerized by the animation. I loved drawing. I mean, I still draw now. Yeah, the animation was just so badly done on that Return of Jafar that when it was announced that they were doing this, as advertised, the sequel to Beauty and the Beast, and because Beauty and the Beast was my favorite and still is,
yeah,
I was so nervous. And I remember the relief when I started to watch it and saw how good the animation was. I
yeah,
knew it still wasn't as good. And the relief that all the voices had come back. Mrs. Potts was Mrs. Potts and
yeah.
Lumiere was Lumiere. And the fact that, as well, what I like, when you watch Beauty and the Beast, right, it is a bit like, oh, she fell in love very quickly all of a sudden. When
Yeah.
you watch it now and you think, oh,
Oh,
that was quick.
yeah. Do you know his name at least?
If you wanted to, especially with Disney Plus,
Yeah,
you could literally watch half of Beauty and the Beast, put this on,
yeah.
and then watch the rest of Beauty and the Beast, and it would be one giant film.
I will say, don't do that with the third.
No.
In between is recording our Beauty and the Beast podcast and this one. I watched the third one.
Is it on Disney Plus?
It is. It is. I
Okay.
watched it for the first time
Oh.
ever.
Did you manage to watch all the way?
I did because I'd never seen it before, and as I
Okay.
said, I love Beauty and the Beast, and I was determined to get through it. Just in the same way that, if you're having an operation or a tooth out, you're determined to just get through it. You will do, because you know there is an ending, and you can
Yeah.
done
It's
with.
like when we had to watch
Make my music.
Make My Music.
Yeah.
You'll never get that time back.
No, I won't. No, it's gone. It's gone. The weird thing is, I mean, the animation is just appalling, but I almost thought actually I can see I at one point I was like, okay, maybe it's not as bad, and then it just gets worse.
Oh God.
So, you know,
Okay.
if you're drinking alone this Christmas, once you finish to listening to our 19-hour podcast about Beauty and the Beast, maybe put on the third and
Oh.
call it a night.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think this one it's definitely watchable. It's one of the better ones, and I would still recommend people go out and watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so glad that this is on Disney Plus and that it's there to put on every Christmas.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the songs are good, and the fact that it does slip in the middle
Mm,
of the original story, and you see just a little bit more depth to the relationship
yeah.
and where, like you said earlier, where this anger is coming from. It's like he's being constantly brainwashed,
Mm,
to believe
yeah.
that this is never going to be a happy ending and that you should just accept it and that this is their life. And yeah, I mean, and the thing is, see, Christmas movies, they're meant to be cheesy and a bit cringe and a bit full of joy. It's got good songs. I mean, I keep mentioning that they've got good
Yeah.
songs because
I
it
mean,
is, those two songs are
yeah.
so good. Better than some of the songs in other films that are out in during
Oh,
this time.
yeah.
In regards to it being a medical, or whatever you call it, and a straight to
Equal.
video, I'll give it a
Mm.
4 out of 5.
So I also give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, look at us
I
matching.
know. I was. I was toying with the 4.5, but
Okay.
it's a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, to me, this is like a Hallmark version of Beauty and the Beast. Like, you know how you get those cheesy
Yeah.
goods Hallmark type? This is like that.
Thing is, like, for me, this is one of my Christmas films.
Yeah.
So this goes on. So do like The Grinch, we've
Mm,
got Muppets Christmas Carol, which is just a perfect film.
yeah.
It just fits perfectly in that Christmas sense where it is, everything's going to have a happy ending and whatnot.
Mm,
And really, the story is not, it's not, as you say, a major theatrical story, because that's not what Christmas films should be. It's fun and it has got its emotional bits. Tim Curry is just a scary, very, very scary CGI'd organ.
oh, yeah. I mean, the CGI alone is scary.
Yeah. And
But, back in the day, that was good. That was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
you know
look
what?
how look how well drawn that organ is.
You know what? Actually, still even now, there are bits of it that are a bit like, oh, this is 25 years old.
Yeah.
But there are other bits where it's like you're just taken away. There's a bit where the beast, it's during his song, and the beast is wrapped up in all the notes, and he goes in front of his face, and it's brilliant.
Mm,
It's just I'm not watching dated CGI with straight to video animation.
no.
I'm there. I'm in the film. I'm
Yeah. Well, for those listening who have not yet watched it for some reason, and you've got Disney Plus, trust us.
Yeah,
This is a good one.
yeah.
This is
Absolutely is.
watchable,
Yeah.
and it's got good songs.
Yes, those songs. So moving on from Disney, what are you kind of looking forward to this Christmas then?
Well, obviously, I've got to work Christmas Eve, but we have got Boxing Day off again this year, thank
Mhm.
God. So
Yes.
I've got Christmas Day and Boxing Day off. The in-laws are cooking. I was
Okay.
originally going to go up to my mum's, but because of my work, we just
Yeah.
decided it would be easier to go up at New Year.
Yes.
So I'm going there for Hogmanay instead, which
No.
I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I've not spent New Year up in Scotland since I left. But since I was 16. I'm looking forward to that atmosphere. I know it's not going to be the same as it was when I was a kid because times have changed and people are people. Well, um, yeah, but no. But yeah, no. I'm just looking forward to the food, like at Christmas.
I suppose you're having a bit of a nostalgic Christmas, really, because Beauty and the Beast,
Yes,
the Enchanted Christmas, we've done a special with Jess to talk about
I know our Disney era,
our little
Disney
Christmas.
store era.
Yes, and then heading home, which is something you've not done for like 20 years over New Year's, Hogmanay.
Yeah,
So yeah, you can have quite a retrospective Christmas.
yeah, yeah. I mean, in the back of my mind, I'm counting down the days as
Mm.
well um, to when I'm actually in Disney for Christmas. Although I'm not there on Christmas Day, we're going in November, but still, it's like
Yeah,
I'm getting that closer. I mean,
yeah.
we've just passed, like recording this, we've just passed the actual year day.
Hmm.
And like I was checking the countdown and so excited and I'm hoping to get some bargains in the January sales. I'm going to be one of those people buying the Christmas stuff in the
Yes,
sale. I've
yes.
always made fun of those people. Like, why would you buy a Christmas jumper in the Boxing Day sale?
No, it's
I'm going to
me.
be one of those people.
Honestly, I'll hold your hand. We'll do it together.
What about you?
Well, I just love Christmas anyway. I love decorating. So at the time of recording this, we've not yet decorated, but we have in the garden.
Yeah, I'm like slowly. I put things away like picture frames
Yeah, yeah,
or like mini knickknacks.
yeah.
And I did that today to make room for Christmas
Oh,
ornaments.
yeah, I mean that's what we'll be doing in, you know, about 2 weeks' time for us. But yeah, I just enjoy the whole thing, and I think what's nice is if everything kind of goes to plan in our personal lives, this will be kind of our last Christmas as we know it,
Yeah,
which is weird because I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
In the sense of let's really enjoy it and
Mm-hmm.
like, we've bought our £10 Baileys.
Okay.
We've got that in, but it's something we wouldn't normally do. But it's with our neighbours bought us some Baileys a few years ago, and we've had it, then,
Mm,
and we had it last year, and we were like, no, we're going to go do it. We're going to go.
yeah.
We've made a Christmas cake from scratch,
Wow.
so I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting to do beef on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, we always have beef on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have turkey if it was up to me. I'm that human, but I'd
Well,
have.
we have both because we're pigs.
Yeah, so basically, I think I've half won the argument, but I also think I've half lost it
Oh.
because Luke always wants turkey, whereas
Mm.
I would, I'd have pheasant or I'd have goose or I'd have something different. And yeah, for probably about 6 years now, we've been having different meats alongside. We've had lamb.
Yeah.
Um, Although I love, like, obviously getting presents like everyone else, I'm going to be really cheesy myself. But I do say it's the decorations. It's when people come round and are just gobsmacked by the amount of decorations. And
Oh yeah, because your house is like Santa's grotto. It's
oh
like Christmas spewed.
yeah, honestly, Santa's come here, drank too much tequila, and he's left the house in a glittery Christmas state
Yeah.
because it's everywhere. Like you can't even go to the toilet without being
No.
food. Just so the listeners out there, I have snowflakes, that you put on your windows. I have them on my shower door. So it's that level. But it makes people happy,
Yeah.
and that makes me happy. So for the whole of December, it's very,
Mm,
very busy and stuff. But I love that. And I
yeah.
love the moment that we start decorating to I think my favorite time of Christmas is about 3 o'clock on Christmas Day when my contribution to the season is over.
Yeah.
I've
And you
just
can just sit back and drink.
I've finished cooking.
Yeah.
We've eaten the dinner. I don't
Yeah.
do the washing up. That's someone else's task because I've been
Yeah.
cooking. And that's it. That's my last responsibility.
What's the earliest you've put your decorations up?
This year. So
Yeah.
the decorations we have outside are early, but it's an accumulation of things, really. It's because obviously Luke's birthday is in November.
Yeah.
So we don't decorate until after Luke's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just him trying to annoy me more than respect, if I'm honest. We're going to decorate just after his birthday this year so we can enjoy it for longer because it takes
Yeah.
us a week to put it all up.
I know. I know. Same.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
my sister's birthday is the 18th, as you know.
yeah,
So 4 days after Luke.
yeah.
And she's the same. After her birthday, that's when she puts hers up. The earliest I ever did it was COVID. So in 2020, I was just so depressed, so
Hmm.
sad. And literally, 1st of November, the Halloween came down and was away, and Christmas came straight out. I didn't care that it was for, I needed something joyful, I needed something to do.
Yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, I had my Christmas up from the 1st of November right through until, oh, I think it was like just after the 6th of January, the Three Kings Day. So,
Yeah, I remember at the Disney store there was a time when it was it was the days when you'd have the kind of little, I don't know what they're called now, but it was the things that we had in the middle, the movable shelves and stuff. and you could put them into triangles, like into sets of three, and you'd have the Christmas tree like in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And I came in that day, and I think it was just a case of at that point, I think it was I you needed help with doing the changeover from Halloween to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically said, right, I want you to decorate these trees. And I put on the Miley Cyrus slash Hannah Montana Christmas album and decorated 8 Christmas trees. And each one, I remember you came in after 6 hours and like, you're not done yet. You're not finished. I was like, no, Jamie, I'm not. Because every tree had to be perfect as far as I was concerned.
Oh,
They
you
just
just
had
do
to
the
be,
best.
yeah, I couldn't have like every tree had to have the right mixture of baubles on it in the right places.
It's got to be done right, Stephen.
You can do it right.
Yeah. This was fun. I think we've really milked Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, there's just been so much to talk about it,
and it's our favourite, so why not?
and it's our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, luckily it's a lot of people's favourite, so hopefully they won't mind.
No, and we hope that, throughout December, because I know we're going to be posting things, but we want to see your Disney ornaments. It's not too late.
Yeah.
Like, show us your Disney trees, your memories from the parks. If you've
Yeah.
got memories about this film or anything, so you can join us on Threads, which is at the Jamie and Stephen Show. There's Instagram,
Yeah.
which I believe is the same at the Jamie and Stephen Show.
It is. We're on TikTok, which is Jamie Stevens Show. At Jamie Stevens Show.
That's the odd one there.
And we're on YouTube as well. So yeah, and wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Yes, and we just want to hear from you. Just, let's celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
So.
And on that note, God bless us, everyone. No. Oh, that was my impression of Tiny Tim.
Oh. Why today, sir? Today it's Christmas Day.
Yes. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes. Have a lovely Christmas and
a Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Bye. And
oh, do it again. So I spoke in front of you. Sorry.
TTFN.
Bye.